Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back to Worship Drumming. This is the channel to learn some of the most popular worship songs on the drums, but today's video is not going to be a tutorial video. It's going to be going over 3 different tom grooves you can use in worship music. Tom grooves are super important to worship music. It's used in some of our really fast worship songs, and it's heavily used a lot in some of our slower worship songs. Before we get started with the lesson today, I just want to say thank you so much to everyone who has been clicking on videos, liking videos, commenting on videos, and subscribing. Last I checked, we had 93 subscribers, which is awesome. That's only 7 away from 100. And what I want to do for the 100 subscribers is I want to do a special 100 subscriber video. So what I've done is I created an Instagram page for the channel. I actually did this a while back. I actually just left it in the description of one of the videos, but I'm going to go ahead and put the name of the Instagram page on the screen right now. So what I want you guys to do is I want you guys to just send me any question that you want to ask me and just send it to that Instagram page. Now on YouTube, when you reach 100 subscribers, you get the ability to do live streams. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a live stream of me answering those Instagram questions, and then also the people who are watching the live stream, you can leave comments and stuff while the live stream is going on, and I'll answer any of those questions that you guys are leaving on there as well. If that's enough of that, let's go ahead and break down these tom grooves. Now you may have noticed that the camera is at a different angle today. That's because someone left in a comment of one of my videos saying that it would really help them learn a lot more and learn faster if it was filmed from the drummer's perspective. And I totally understand that, so I went ahead and I put the camera behind me today in the best angle that I could. So let's go ahead and start breaking down this first groove. This first groove is really simple. It's mostly comprised of our kick drum, which is just going to be playing 4 on the floor, but we're going to add some nice accented hits with our toms. So if you don't know what 4 on the floor is, it's just your kick drum on all your quarter notes. It's just 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. A lot of times it's just what the audience is clapping with, especially when you're playing that 4 on the floor. Now we're going to add some accented hits in with our toms. So we're going to be playing our rack tom and our floor tom together at the same time. So on the and of 2, we're playing our rack and floor at the same time. And then on beat 4, we're playing our rack and floor at the same time. And that's also going to fall with our 4 on the floor on the kick drum. So all together, broken down real slow, it's 1, 2, and 3, 4. 1, 2, and 3, 4. And now we're going to add a little bit of variation to that later, but let me go ahead and plug that up, show you what that's supposed to sound like, and then we'll do some different variations with it. Now that groove right there is really basic, and it might seem like it's a little dry, like it's missing something. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and kind of change it up a little bit. So after beat 4, when our hands and foot hit together, we're just going to go ahead and play an extra note on the floor tom with our right hand on the and of 4. So we have 1, 2, and 3, 4, and. One more time real slow. 1, 2, and 3, 4, and. So just carry that out, and now this might sound a little familiar to you because this is the intro beat for Only King Forever by Elevation Worship, which I've taught on this channel. I'll plug it in and play it for you guys. Now just by adding that extra hit on the floor tom, you can hear how it brings that groove to life a little bit more. So now let's go ahead and get a little bit crazy with it and change things up. We're still going to keep that and of 2 on the rack and the floor. On beat 4 now, what we're going to do is we are going to play our snare and floor at the same time. Then on beat 4, we're going to play the and the of 4 on the floor tom. And then also we're going to play the 1 on the floor tom as we lead into the next bar. So let me break this down real slow. 1, 2, and 3, 4, and 1. So that 1 is falling with our next kick drum when we restart the rhythm. 1, 2, and 3, 4, and a 1, 2, and 3, 4, and a 1. This beat sounds really good whenever you bring it up to a faster tempo. This is used in the song Deep Cries Out by Bethel. It's kind of like part of the pre-chorus in that song. So I'm going to go ahead and show you what this sounds like, then we'll move on to the next groove. Now this next groove that we're going to do, I'm pretty sure that you've played this before. You've probably played it between your hi-hat, your kick drum, and your snare drum. But now we're just going to go ahead and move it around the kit. So all we're doing is we're going to play our floor tom on all our eighth notes. So our right hand is just playing 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Next, our left hand is going to add some 16th notes in, as well as hitting 2 and 4 on the snare drum. So our left hand, just to kind of get in your head, is going to move in this pattern of snare drum, rack tom, floor tom, snare drum. It's just going to move around the kit like that. So our left hand is hitting beat 2 on the snare, it's hitting the of beat 2 on the rack tom, hitting the E of beat 3 on the floor tom, and then ending on beat 4 on the snare drum. So let me go ahead and break that down real slow for you guys. 1 and 2 and a 3 E and a 4 and 1 and 2 and a 3 E and a 4 and. Let me go ahead now and talk about where the kick drum is landing. I kind of put it in there to help me count that out a little better. Kick drum is landing on beat 1. It's also landing on beat 3. And then it's going to land on the of beat 3 right before we hit that snare drum on 4. So altogether, the groove is now this. 1 and 2 and a 3 E and a 4 and 1 and 2 and a 3 E and a 4 and. That's just the real basic groove. Let me go ahead and plug that up, then we'll start adding some variations. So now a variation that we can do to this is we can just put our kick drum on all the quarter notes, and so it's just playing 1, 2, 3, and 4, and we're no longer going to be playing that of beat 3. Then also what we can add is on the and of 4, we can give a nice big powerful hit on our rack tom and our floor tom together on the and of 4 before we crash in on that 1 count. So let me go ahead and show you what those would sound like added to this groove. And so now another variation that we can do is we'll keep that 4 on the floor on the kick drum, and instead of playing our snare drum on beat 2, we're going to play it on a rack tom. And then we'll play those 16th notes on the of 2 and the E of 3. We'll play those on the floor tom, and then we'll give a nice big hit with beat 4 on the snare drum. So if I break that down, it's 1 and 2 and a 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and a 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and a 3 and 4 and. Let me go ahead and plug that up for you. This next groove I want to teach you guys is the most complex groove of the lesson. When we break it down and look at the pattern, we'll notice that it's not as hard as it looks to be. So let me go ahead and break it down without counting it first, because noticing the pattern will really help you learn this. You're not going to necessarily get this one right away. It may take a little bit to get this one down, but once you get it down, it's going to sound really good. So if you take your normal 4 bars of music, you can technically take the first 2 beats and then repeat them again for beats 3 and 4. And that's pretty much what we're going to do here. But like I said, I don't want to talk about too much about counting right now. So let's go ahead and break down the entire first half, and then we can use that for the entire second half. So all it is kick, left, right, kick, snare, kick, right, left. That's just the pattern one more time. Don't give up on me just yet. Kick, left, right, kick, flam, kick, right, left. Kick, left, right, kick, flam, kick, right, left. So now if you play that twice, you have a full bar of 4/4. But now, the second time you do it, we're going to leave off the kick drum before we play the right-left on the floor tom. So the first time you do it, it's kick, left, right, kick, snare, kick, right, left. But then, as you come around the next time, after you play the snare, leave that kick drum off. And that'll make a little bit more sense why we do that whenever I count it out. So the next time you do it is kick, left, right, kick, snare, right, left. So now let's go ahead and count this whole thing out. So I'm just going to kind of count it out and slowly do it at the same time, and you'll really start to notice and develop this pattern. 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and So you notice the reason we leave off that kick drum before we play that last right-left on the floor tom is because it's just like when you're playing a normal groove and you play that and the 4 on your snare drum. We're just going to do it on the floor tom. So let me go ahead and break that down one more time, then I'll plug it up for you guys. 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and 1. Thank you so much everyone for watching this video. Don't forget, go over to that Instagram page. I'll put it on the screen again, and just leave any question that you want to ask me, and then also I'll try to put out on that Instagram page when I'm going to be doing the live stream, because obviously it's dependent on when I get 100 subscribers. Thanks so much again for watching. Please subscribe below if you're interested in more content like you saw in the video today. Leave a thumbs up if you learned something new, and I'll see you guys in the next video.